Hello YouTube, Intuitive Edge. So, tonight I want to take on a little bit of a difficult topic. This probably is going to be a challenge for me to do this video. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to come across, and I'm not able to go to sleep tonight because this question is bugging me, and I have to see what the cards are going to say. But I have a bad feeling about this caravan, and I want to see if my inklings are and my hunch is correct. If you are someone who, you live and breathe off of, the mainstream media, and you don't have any kind of you don't really go outside of that, I might say some things tonight that might really challenge your worldview. So I'm just preparing you for that. But I have a hunch about this caravan, and I want to see what the cards say. I don't know what to say about it. I have this inkling that there's more. Well, I know there's a lot more to this story about these migrants that are coming up than what meets the eye. But I have a feeling that this is a setup in more ways than one, and that these people, many of whom are probably innocent people, are being led into a trap, and it's being done on purpose. That's my thought, so I want to see what the cards say about it. Something I like to always say is the cards don't lie, and sometimes I have to tell you what you don't want to hear. Depends on what comes up, what interprets it. But I have a hunch, a psychic hunch, and let's see what the cards say about it. And maybe it's not what I'm thinking. But let's just see what the cards play out. I have some specific questions that I wrote out, and we'll see what the tarot has to say about it. So give me a few moments while I shuffle up and get centered here. I have 3 questions that I have written out. Let's see. We'll see how we do. All right. Got the deck. Okay. Is this caravan push a ritual sacrifice? Are these people being led into a trap? That's basically the question. With the Sky King, this is a strong leader. This is a authority figure. Let's see what else we get. Second question, is this being done in an effort to slaughter innocent people and blame it on Trump? So the second question, is it being done to, is this happening to slaughter innocent people and blame it on Trump? We have the wheel reversed. This can be a lack of focus, lack of vision. Let me see what else we get on it to tell the story. Let's finish this out. What do we need to know? That's this question here. We have the Death card. This is a card of powerful transformation and transformative change. Death card doesn't always mean literal death, but it can in certain circumstances. But it just means a powerful, life-altering change. And this is in the position of what we need to know. Now, it could come down to, I don't know that everyday Americans would have the stomach for a military action at the border if people start rushing the border and the military had to respond and people died. If we have the stomach to basically not break down. I mean, obviously, we don't want that to happen. Nobody does. Except for maybe some very sick, evil people who are behind this, which is what I'm thinking is the case. Let me keep going. Is the migrant caravan push a ritual sacrifice? On top of that leader energy being driven, there's this aggressive energy with the Sky Tom, also known as the Knight of Swords. This is a very aggressive energy, having something that's within your reach that you're really focused on. And this has a kind of a dark energy with it in the artwork. Some people, depends on how you interpret the knights. But to me, this feels like an aggressive energy, aggressive push towards something. And the question I wrote out was, is this push a ritual sacrifice? Very well could be. Sorry, I had to take a drink of water there. Okay, second question again. Is it being done to slaughter innocent people and blame Trump? Now we have the Six of Fire. This is the card of being recognized for your efforts, being lauded. It's generally upright. It's generally a positive indication of someone being recognized for something deserved. This is undeserved or unwanted recognition, being recognized for something that you don't want to be recognized for. This could be what that question is. Is it being done to do this and then blame Trump? This is like unwanted recognition for something. What do we need to know? We have the floating cat. This is the suspended person, the hanged man. Interesting, you'd have the hanged man and the death card. These are two major arcanas on this question of what do we need to know. This is, there's an element of giving up something in order to gain something. Something's being done related to a powerful transformation that is this is like the card of self-sacrifice or giving something up because there's something more to be gained by it. So I would say that is related to the death card in some way. Let me keep going. Okay. Okay, on top of this aggressive push forward on the question of is this some sort of ritual, we have the Ten of Fire. This is I had this card pull up quite a few times last year when I did readings on the Las Vegas shooting. This can mean like an ending or taking on something that is somewhat of a heavy burden. The artwork on this card, if you just look strictly at the artwork, you can see the cats there's like something exploding and fire going every which way, and the cats are scurrying and fleeing out. kind of a destructive type of artwork in the picture, which can be telling in and of itself. Next question, is it being done to, do all this and then to blame Trump? And this, the unwanted recognition or being recognized for something that you don't want, is the next card up, is this playing with fire, and it's kind of the dangers of playing with fire, being careful that you don't get burned. So it's like taking a risk, taking a calculated risk. I just feel like there's sorcery behind it. I don't normally go off on these, too far down these rabbit holes, but this has just been bothering me, and I just have this hunch, this feeling that these people are just being led to a slaughter. Trump's not going to just let people break down our borders and just push their way into the country. He's not going to do that. He's going to stand firm. As we know, he's very strong on border protection. That's something he ran on in his campaign. He feels strongly about it. He's not just going to roll over and just let people pour into the country and flood over our border walls and into our towns on our southern border. That's just not something he's going to do. And I feel like that some pretty bad, evil people on this planet know this, and they're actually, there are people on this planet who live by a code that you and I and normal people would never dream of. And they're very sick and very twisted people. They're called psychopaths. And they do things that normal minds don't conceive of. Normal people don't think that way, right, buddy? My cat's over here. Normal people would never conceive of doing things to harm others. But there are certain high holy days, I think one coming up being Halloween perhaps. There are times of the year that these people, they start wars. They do ritual sacrifice. And war is part of sacrifice, mass killings. And I just wonder if this caravan of migrants are part of that they're being driven up here to us basically be slaughtered. That's my hunch. That's my feeling. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong, and I'm going to be doing some prayers in the meantime. But this has come to me in the last probably day and a half, that something is really going wrong here. And if you know of anybody in the caravan, I don't think any of my audience does. I have a pretty small channel at this point, but get the word out. Tell those people to go back, that they're possibly being led into a trap, that this is not going to end well, and they would be better off going back home, seek asylum through the legal, proper ways. But this is not the way to do it. I think that this is a trap. My personal opinion. Okay, back on this train here. I call these trains. 3 cards here. They are all major arcanas. Now in the tarot, the major arcana cards carry a lot more weight. They're very powerful messages that come through these cards. We have the Empress card. The Empress card is a card of nurture. It's the mothering card. It's a card of care. And this is reversed. This could mean a lack of care, a lack of compassion, especially for these migrants that are coming up these people that are being, hoodwinked with, here's a little bit of money, come this way. And for all intents and purposes, those people may lose their lives in the next few weeks. Maybe not all of them, hopefully not any of them, but that's the scenario that's coming to me. So I just want to put that out there, because I think the more that we shed light on these things, perhaps these rituals lose their power. Perhaps these people that get off on this kind of thing, if it's exposed, then I'm just hoping shedding light on it maybe will bring it to a close that is not going to be a terrible ending. So anyway, that's all I have for this reading. Sorry to be kind of a downer type of reading, a scary type of reading. I don't mean to be that way, but I just had to give you guys what I'm feeling. As an intuitive, I get stuff, and this is coming to me pretty strongly. Ten of Sky is the underneath it all. I like to flip the deck over and check this visual out. I don't know if you can see this very well. The lighting's kind of bad in here. But this is the Ten of Sky. It's the Ten of Swords in the regular tarot. And the image of this is this poor beat-up cat. He has one eye. He looks emaciated. And he's up against a wall. He's got sticks and rocks that look like they've been thrown at him. He's bleeding. Not a terribly nice picture to have on the... What's underneath this all? And you know what? You think about this, guys. Look at this. Oh my God. Okay, look at this again. This cat, he's backed up against a wall. Think of that as like the border wall. Okay? And this cat is like cornered, and he's up against this wall. He has nowhere to go, and it's like he's meeting his end. It's like this cat is like dying. So I don't know what to say. I mean, this is going to be... I do not think that President Trump is a warmonger. He is not the kind of person that wants to just go slaughter people. If that had been the case, we would have known that about him already. He doesn't indicate that in anything that I have seen. I've listened to but I've listened to many, many, many of his speeches. I listened to his rallies. Never once have I had that inkling from him. And to put him in this position, I think is being done intentionally. But pray for these people. I mean, some of them, yes, are probably terrorists. I've heard there's some MS-13 that are part of this caravan also. But there's a lot of innocent people who are good people too. And they are being unfairly hoodwinked, I guess, is the best word I have for it. Just they're being lied to. Giving, here's this money, here's this promise of a better life in the U.S. But Trump's not going to let them come through that way. Yes, they can have a better life in the U.S., but they have to do it the right way with this new president. And I think the deep state, if you want to call it that, they know this. And I just need to go to bed, you guys. This has been bugging me. So anyway, I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired. But anyway, I just had to get that out. I'm worried about those people. So be in prayer for them. Be in prayer for a good outcome for this. Things can turn around. Not everything is set in stone. We do have the power to change this through our intentions and our prayers. So I'll leave that here. Anyway, good night to all of you, my subscribers. I appreciate all of you very much. I hope you're doing well, and I will hopefully have a more cheerful video in the coming days. So I'll talk to you all next time. Bye-bye.